Hello and welcome to Animal Watch, and today we're meeting the firewolf.
First, we brought you ice. Now, we bring you fire. Today, Animal Watch meets a wolfdog described as the most beautiful wolfdog in the world, with millions of social media followers. This wolfdog looks every bit the fiery phoenix rising from the ashes. Meet Phoenix, the firewolf. The wolf has a mystical and powerful pull to our soul. They are wild, free, with an otherworldly edge, like their spirit can pass into the next realm and back again. This is why we see wolves and wolfdogs featuring in films about mythical beings and mystical creatures. But what about a wolfdog that not only looks like a wolf, but a mythical wolf at the same time? A wolfdog whose colour is one of fire and not one ever seen in nature, but a colour more associated with fantasy wolves and creatures. Well, meet Phoenix. Phoenix has been described as the world's most beautiful wolf dog. She is not full wolf, but almost 50% wolf content, with the remainder of her DNA being made up of Nordic dog breeds. What makes Phoenix stand out from the rest is her lion-like appearance and a rare colour coat mutation which is just not seen in nature. This makes for a mythical appearance on a tame, much-loved wolfdog companion and pet. Like Ocean, my blue wolfdog, Phoenix looks like she has stepped out of a fantasy drama, perhaps a Game of Thrones Direwolf or a werewolf from Twilight. So today I'm over the moon that Phoenix and her mum Courtney have flown all the way to the UK to meet the Animal Watch viewers. We will find out everything about this unbelievably beautiful firewolf as we explore Game of Thrones English castles and one of the UK's most haunted hotels, the Mermaid Inn. The perfect setting for a mystical creature that she is, especially this Halloween season.
Hi, hello. Nice to see you at last. Hey,
This is Phoenix.
Phoenix.
She might give you some
Hi,
kisses
Phoenix. Oh,
and
baby.
even a howl.
A howl. So you give me a howl. Phoenix, you gonna howl with me? Oh, she howls on command. That's
Yay!
amazing.
Good girl. Look, he's here to see you.
Oh, and what a beautiful color.
Yeah, she's a 45% wolf. She's like a red sable with black tipped fur. Super rare.
You have got amazing online media accounts.
Oh, thank you.
So
yeah.
you've got how many people on TikTok?
2.5 million
That's
on TikTok.
so
from
many,
Her
so
and her
many.
brother Bane. Yeah, she's got a lot of fans. We don't have this in the US, so we had to come to England to meet you and to get her in her perfect environment, Game of Thrones
baby.
vibes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Little bit of Game of Thrones with you today.
Yeah.
Our little direwolf. Yeah?
Ooh.
Yeah?
Ooh. Lazy howls.
She's so chill, but we're gonna go. We got a big day of filming today. So come on, Phoenix, let's see what you're made of.
Let's go.
Let's go see what the firewolf is made of.
Phoenix looked every bit the Game of Thrones Direwolf whilst exploring the castle ruins we had visited. Due to her dog content, she has an all year round thick coat, which makes her sublime in appearance all year round. Full-blood wolves molt in the summer, usually resulting in a short-coated, scraggy appearance, but Phoenix was glorious even in the summer due to her dog coat DNA. Her yellow eyes glinted in the sunshine. Phoenix is approximately half wolf, half dog, but she is a multi-generational wolf dog, which means she does not have a full-blood wolf as a parent. Both her parents are wolf dogs, and so are her most recent relatives, going back many generations, wolf dog to wolf dog. Phoenix is about the same size, height and weight as an Alaskan Malamute, and has a cheeky independent streak, like one too, due to some of this breed in her DNA. She certainly had a crafty runaround when she got the chance, and that wild wolf glint in her eyes said, "I'll come back when I'm ready." I shared some beautiful time with her. Now, we couldn't get enough of Phoenix, but we wanted to know everything about her. So we popped down to one of the UK's most haunted inns, Halloween style, just so we could relax in a setting where a fictional wolf character would be right at home. The Mermaid Inn Rye is considered to be one of the UK's most haunted inns, with cellars dating from 1156 and the building rebuilt in 1420. There are so many ghost sightings here, including duels being fought in rooms, a rocking chair that rocks on its own, a lady in white who walks through walls, and even a figure with a ghostly dog at his side. Phoenix felt right at home here as she explored the spooky corridors, a beautiful mythical firewolf blending perfectly into the surroundings. I grabbed the opportunity for a chat with Courtney in one of the haunted rooms, where clothes had been seen to swap from one chair to the other, as well as clothes becoming wet for no reason at all while being placed near the fire.
So today we have a very special dog indeed. Thinking of Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings type mythical creatures, werewolves, whatever you want to think, we have got what can only be described as the firewolf because of her amazing colour and her name, Phoenix. And I'm sure that the viewers out there have heard of Wander with Willow, these incredible wolf dogs that we see on social media and all these incredible scenic places. So Courtney, you are the lady behind Wander with Willow, and Phoenix here. What is she? What is her mix?
So we did an Embark DNA test on her, and she turned out to be 45% wolf, and then she has Alaskan Malamute, German Shepherd, Husky, and Belgian Shepherd as well.
Belgian Shepherd. So Ocean is around 30% and she's a low content, and she, you said, is 45%. So is that mid content or is that upper low content?
I mean, people use the different percentages differently, but typically, rule of thumb, she's considered a low content, which is under 50%, but she's kind of right at that cusp because low contents could also be like 15%. So she has traits of a low and a mid content, so she's kind of right in between.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about her color, because her color is something that nobody has ever seen before.
Right.
And I believe that's what makes her so popular on social media. You did some investigation, didn't you, into her color?
Yeah. She has this really rare recessive trait with her coat. I've spoken to multiple geneticists and they've said that she's actually supposed to be solid black. And because of some either mutation in a gene through wolf dogs or just something with dog patterning and genetics, the patterns brought out all of this color, and I've never really seen it on another wolf
I've
dog.
never seen it. That's why people love your dogs, because they look like mythical creatures.
Right.
But these are not easy dogs, and I don't want to sit here and sing their praises, because I don't want loads of people to go and get one and then just mess it up. What are they like from day one?
I mean, each wolf dog can be totally different. With her specifically, in general, on the end of a more easier wolf dog puppy, but they'll get into things. She would get growly and a little food territorial if we're feeding her, and the potty training was the toughest, I would say. Even with all the work and consistency, like she was having accidents.
And how about destructiveness when she was a puppy? What was she like?
Not too bad.
She was actually okay.
She would, accidentally bite through a charger or get into a shoe, but my golden retriever was 10 times worse.
And one of the things I think is really important is if you go out, that dog cannot be in an area you don't want it to mess up. They panic, don't they? They miss you, and they can get stressed, especially
100%.
when they're
When I'm
younger.
gone, when I leave the house for even an hour or two, sometimes she'll get into things or open the pantry and rip open some things. We have to use child-safe door locks. So if it's a handlebar, she can just open it. And so we have to use this special type of lock where it doesn't flap down because it's locked onto the door. And then the circular doorknobs, she uses her teeth and turns her head and opens it.
That's a very common theme with wolf dogs.
Yeah.
They're very clever, aren't they?
Right. And our golden never did that. So like she just like instinctively, I'll come home, she's sleeping on the dining table, on top of the dining table. Elevated surfaces, she loves.
Do you say it's good to pen train a wolf dog?
I think getting them comfortable in a crate at least, and like know what it is and feel like it's a safe space is important in case of emergencies if you have to crate them, but I never crate her.
There's lots of things we cannot do with these dogs. Now, lots of them is like with the rough training. So some people that have German Shepherds are rough, right? So they train them like police dogs.
Right. Yeah, these are not working dogs. These are not protective dogs. They are not guard dogs. You have to be gentle, patient, and their brain works completely differently than a German Shepherd type breed. The most important thing is getting them desensitized to the world, but not overdoing that and forcing them way too far out of their comfort zone. You take baby steps.
They all get their fear phases when they're growing up.
Right.
And that can be quite scary, actually.
Yeah,
So
bicycles, skateboards, like she'll freak out.
when they go into panic, that's like the worst thing.
Right.
Because they'll just run.
Right.
Won't they? And
Right.
they'll go, I'm just going to get away from this horrible...
Or if they see like a squirrel or a
Yes.
bird.
Let's talk about walking them off the lead. That's a dubious topic, isn't it? It's a little bit like huskies. So it's possible, but there are certain things you have to do.
Oh my gosh, you have to be so intuitive of your surroundings and what's going on, like what mood she's in. Recall is the hardest thing with her. Bane will say up and he'll know that means go back in the van and jump back in the van, and he'll do it. Phoenix knows when we want to go home, like before we even start walking to the car, she knows. Doesn't matter if I have bacon in my hand, she won't come near me. And then it becomes a game for her. People think, oh, I have to chase after my dog. That's the last thing you do. I've made that mistake so many times raising her. Yes, I wish I had better recall and perfect recall with her. And yes, I wish she would just come on command, but I can't always have that with a wolf dog. Like you can't always expect that. So if you have them off leash, it has to be in a very, very safe or fenced enclosed area.
And also wolf dogs are very good at jumping.
Right.
So people make the mistake of thinking that the fence that will keep in the average dog is going to keep in the wolf dog.
No, absolutely not. And same with digging. Dig guards, lean-ins, those things are so important. They'll get bored very easily.
You can't get your dog nice enough with strange situations. So boarding kennels, going to the groomers, just meeting people in the street, strangers in the pub. Because if you go and put that dog away for 3 years in your back garden and it meets no one and it's touched by no one, they have fear inside them which comes up, doesn't it? A protective measure. Now this rears its ugly head with the unsocialized ones, because we've seen it. The ones that get surrendered to shelters, they can't go to people's homes because they're so scared of everything. And with fear, they can show their teeth. They might even go for somebody.
It's a defense mechanism.
It's a defense mechanism. So what we want to do is we want to try and get these dogs so comfortable in all of these situations. So you can go on holiday, so someone can look after your dog, so the vet can touch match your dog.
Right. The biggest mistake I made was just trusting people. You can't do that with these dogs. You have to constantly be a helicopter parent and double check everything that like a person that's babysitting them or a boarding kennel is doing, because some people may be very inexperienced with this breed.
It's something as simple as when you're walking them up the road, people walk at them and then they just go like that.
Yeah.
It can be a very scary thing
Right.
for a lot of these wolf dogs
Right.
to have somebody
Right.
come at them suddenly.
Yeah.
And do you find it's really good with the more nervous ones for people just to ignore them,
Yes.
just hang out with
Yeah,
them?
don't even make eye contact. Luckily, she is, I would say, a rare case for a wolf dog where she lets anyone kind of touch her and pet her and she's friendly and likes attention. But Bane, who's a full sibling, like will start shaking and freaking out. And I'm at the point where like, you cannot force yourself on this dog because he might be so scared, he might bite you.
Yeah.
They can sense like how you're feeling and your energy. So if you're just like anxious or you're wanting to pet them and you're forceful, like they sense that.
Yeah. You can't say that all wolf dogs are the same. So you're looking at her right now and you're going, oh, she's so chill, she's so easy. I've seen her walking around, meeting people, meeting dogs, jumping on walls, doing as she's told. But her brother isn't. This is another thing which I'm sure you're very, very passionate about, is people, if they're vaguely interested in being owned by a wolf dog, to go to the right people.
Absolutely.
Because there's people that raise these puppies, don't they? They socialize them. They get them ready to be in families.
Absolutely.
And they'll look at the puppies and they'll go, that one's a bit shy. That one's really confident. Oh, that one might be a bit cocky. That one might not like your dog.
Right.
You know, things like that. And
Right.
they can give you the one they think is right
Absolutely.
for you.
It's crucial.
And then there's other people that make money, right? And they're locked
They
away.
just want to make the money.
Yeah.
Their puppies live in the enclosure with the moms. That's why it's so crucial to go to the right breeder who actually cares about the puppies and not just making money, because it's not just about the family choosing the right puppy for them, but it's also about the puppy being in the right environment as well.
Yeah.
And that's a big goal that I've had and my partner Taylor has had with True North Nordics and Wander with Willow, Willow's Wolf Dogs, is making sure that we pick the correct puppy for the right owner and vetting with a very, very strict application and contract process, because so many of these wolf dogs ends up in sanctuaries and shelters.
So it's not just how you raise it, it's the one that you pick, it's the genetics that it's bred from, its character, everything like that. These guys do an amazing job, and also the dogs look, well, they look mythical.
And even Ocean came to say hi for some play and beautiful film shots. Well, I agree. Phoenix is truly one of the most beautiful wolf dogs I have ever seen. And her relaxed demeanour in public was to be applauded. As don't let Phoenix trick you into thinking a wolf dog is an easy pet, as they absolutely are not. Courtney is an exceptional mum to Phoenix and has raised and socialised her in such a consistent way that she is relaxed out in public and with other humans and dogs. An unsocialised wolf dog of Phoenix wolf content would be extremely hard to handle, and thousands are surrendered to shelters every year due to terrible training and care. Also remember that social media presents to you the best part of that dog or person's life. Underneath is sweat, blood and tears. Phoenix did not get the level of trainability without a huge amount of work and sacrifice. I would never ever suggest a wolf dog as a pet unless you're like Courtney and myself. We work a lot from home, take our dogs everywhere with us. We put our heart and soul into their training and upbringing and have committed to them for life. Our gardens have very high walls and we are strong enough to be kind but firm. You must have strength and confidence to handle a wolf dog, but equally sensitivity and gentleness, as these dogs cannot be bullied into doing what they are told. You must train them with a positive, non-aggressive manner, or you will lose their trust forever.
So if anybody wants to find out more about these amazing dogs, what are your websites?
Yes, you can follow Phoenix and all of her friends at Wander with Willow for Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, or our website wanderwithwillow.com if you want to learn more about the breed with Wander with Willow and True North Nordics.
Okay, and I will write that all in the description so you can find all these amazing websites and you can go and look at all the reels. because they're so beautiful, and the dogs are so beautiful you're just going to get lost in their eyes like I do, which of course led me to Ocean, I've got to say, who's absolutely gorgeous. And if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to give us a big thumbs up and subscribe to this channel by hitting that button in the bottom hand corner, and be sure to tune in every week where I'll be bringing you more amazing episodes on dogs, wolves, animal rescue and conservation. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Now I would like to point out a topic that is particularly close to my heart, something with which you can make the world a little bit better and greener without much effort. I've been involved with Planet Wild for a while now, as they're doing amazing work. They're an environmental protection organisation funding ecosystem restoration projects that are preserving our nature and wildlife. Planet Wild carries out a new rewilding mission every month, and they document all their work and impact in monthly video reports on their YouTube channel. This way you can see how they're making a difference every month. In their latest video, they're going out on the water to collect data and better understand how dolphins are affected by increasing tourism and how to protect them. All of this is made possible by a community funding these projects consisting of nature enthusiasts. What I love about them is that they don't leave you wondering what your monthly contribution might have been spent on. As a supporter, you get to see your impact firsthand via YouTube and the Planet Wild app. I support Planet Wild because I want to make a direct impact on preserving nature, and I believe in taking small-scale action rather than waiting for others to finally do something. If you want to join a growing community making a real difference protecting our ecosystems, check Planet Wild out and consider becoming a supporter. I will cover the first month of your subscription for the first 200 people signing up with my code AnimalWatch. If you want to get to know them better, first check out their latest mission video here.